Luna Ascending by Zaina Wilder. Copyright Zaina Wilder 2024. All rights reserved. Chapter 18. Freya. By the time I finally have Liz around to the apartment for a catch-up, my engagement's been a thing for several weeks. I don't want to tell her. I can't explain it. She's my best friend. I should be able to tell her anything, especially good news. I just can't hack her spewing more shit about Mark or his damn family. But maybe there's a reason I'm avoiding the topic. Maybe in my heart I know. I fiddle with my ring under the edge of the polished table. Damn it. I should have found out more about what shady shit the Devoudos are into. I was so grateful not to have to paint forgeries anymore that I buried my head in the sand. I can't kid myself. Mark knew Crumb and his reputation. He negotiated without any flicker of indecision. He is, at the very least, as dangerous as Crumb. And now I'm engaged to him. Everything's oddly raw. If Liz asks me how I feel, what the hell will I tell her? I always pictured getting engaged as being the best feeling in the whole world, and it just isn't. Liz will make way more of a deal of that than it deserves. Okay, I'm not that excited, but that's fine. Life isn't a damn romance novel. I sigh and slip my hand into my pocket, easing my ring off before she spots it. I will tell her about the engagement, just not right now. We get such little time together. I don't want to spoil it. Luckily, Liz is distracted by her own love life. Way too distracted. If she describes things as magical one more time, I will scream. She's still gushing about Tavy when my mouth opens and words fall out I definitely had not planned. Speaking of magical, Liz, I steer the conversation clumsily. If you had a best friend who really truly believed they were a witch, would you think she was crazy? See, I have this friend, and she's perfectly sane and generally pretty sensible, except she's adamant that she's a witch. I trail off as Liz peers at me over the top of her mug. For a start, darling, Liz cackles, you don't have any other best friends. I'm it, honey. So if by friend you're talking about yourself. She takes a big swig of coffee and grins mischievously at me. Her mirth is contagious, and she's only too accurate. I burst out laughing, only to stop abruptly, choking on my giggles as my nerves rise. Shit. She must think I'm nuts. What the hell made me bring this up? Can I just joke the conversation away? Liz's manicured nails tap the rim of her mug, and her next words throw me such a curveball that I pinch myself to try and wake up. Darling, I know you're a witch, she says. No hesitation, no doubt, like she's just stating a widely known fact. I mean, I didn't for a long time, but something changed recently. It's far more obvious, darling. I blink. I open my mouth, then shut it again. Time seems to hang still. I wanted to tell you, Liz, I gabble, apologising. I just didn't know it myself until a few months ago. Then I didn't know how to talk to you. I thought you'd write me off as certifiable. Liz gives me an odd half-smile. It's not easy keeping things from your best friend, is it? Hell, I should know, Freya. My heart lifts a little. Is Liz a witch too? I turn briefly to grab the cafetiere and promptly drop it, screaming when I turn back. Something is wrong in the air around Liz. Something is wrong with Liz. I pull my feet up onto my chair away from her as her feet hit the ground and her body elongates unnaturally. She rocks forward onto all fours and her outline loses its definition. My heart races and I bite down on my sleeve to stop from screaming more. Liz has gone. Just gone. In her place is the largest, most ferocious-looking giant cat I've ever seen. Little huffs of air escape my mouth as I stand slowly, backing away across the room, putting distance between it and me. The creature hisses, and I shriek, stumbling over my own feet. I daren't turn, daren't run. The cat lets out a chuff that, for all the world, sounds like a laugh. And in the next moment, Liz is back, grinning and completely naked. Lazily, she stretches out, picking up her clothes off the floor, pulling them on. "You're a damn cat," I gasp. Liz glares. "A cougar, thank you very much, Miss Witch." "Yeah, well, same thing. A big frickin' kitty catty." A look of sheer annoyance flashes across her face, and despite the fact my heart is still hammering, I grin at her, sticking out my tongue. Several cups of coffee later, and Liz has done her best to educate me in the other world we both apparently inhabit. Mark and his whole family kept it from me. Witches are not the only magical beings in existence. It's exactly what that book was talking about. There are other supernaturals, except I was wrong. They still exist. They haven't died out. I pat Liz distractedly on her hand and her pupils change to slits. I flinch, clutching my cup tighter. This is going to take some getting used to. Liz's boyfriend Tavy, Dirk, and all his family are wolf shifters, according to Liz. Wolf shifter. It has a ring to it that gives me a pleasurable shiver. How many other types of shifter are out there? How did I not know all of this? Although, somehow, it's like a part of me has always known there was more. I must still be in shock. There's no way I knew. There's no way I could have. And Mark kept it from me. A trickle of anger courses through me. Does he really think I'm so fragile that I couldn't handle the truth? Is he that worried I'll lose control of my powers again? I have more control than that, damn it. Liz is shocked that I've not explored much of my magic. She's trying to hide it. Badly. Mark said I should stick to the history of witchcraft, Liz, for everyone's safety. Spells can come later. Mark said, she hisses snidely. What are you, Freya, his puppet? You're a witch, and a powerful one. You should be embracing that, not sidestepping it. But, Liz, I blew up the Devoutest ballroom. I had no control. You fucking what? Liz wraps her arms around me, laughing hysterically, tears running down her face. That is the best thing I have heard all year, Freya Faye. Grinning quietly, I tried to back her up to the important bit. But really, Shit, Liz, stop laughing. Listen, you idiot. Mark said... Liz huffs at me between her giggles. Oh, stop it. I've only had him and his family to talk to about this. Mark said it was because my magic was suppressed for so long. The Coven is worried I might do something like that again, so no one will teach me much of anything. Liz wipes the tears from her eyes, still letting off the occasional giggle, and grips my shoulders. Damn it, Freya, I needed that laugh. Darling, it makes no sense. I don't care if your damn boyfriend, his family, and the entire world are telling you that. It's dumb. Your magic was suppressed. It built up and you blew shit up. And now you're going to suppress it again. Now, don't you think you should be doing the exact opposite? She's so bloody insistent that I should explore my potential that her enthusiasm rubs off. I finally feel excited at being a witch. Darling, look up one or two of these old crones. They'll help you out as long as you don't go calling them old. Liz grabs a bit of paper and scribbles down a few names and addresses, glancing at her watch as she does. Oh, shit, I'm late. Your fault. Darling, we've not done this in too long, and we need to talk about that too. She points at my neck. Damn, I'm so used to it being a pale birthmark. I'd forgotten it was so much more obvious now. No time now, but I don't trust the damn Coven to tell you the truth about it. Let me find some books and give you a proper education. Liz scrambles her things together and shoots towards the door. Just as she turns to leave, my ring falls out of my pocket and clinks along the marble floor. Shit. I tow the thing under the counter, trying to hide my panic. I do not need that chat right now. Did she see? Her nose wrinkles and I hold my breath, ready for her tirade. But she just peers around again, humming quietly. Liz wraps me up in a giant hug before merrily trotting out of the apartment, past the disapproving concierge and into the street. My shoulders slump as I watch her vanish on the security camera, and horror hits me. I've only just enough time to clean up before Mark gets back. I wash out the mugs by hand and put them away, quickly mopping up the spilled coffee and shattered glass we'd both merrily ignored. Fishing my ring out from under the counter, I slip it on as I try to get things straight in my head. Mark doesn't approve of Liz. He'd hate that she visited me here, in his home. He's forever telling me to leave my old life in the past. It's understandable, I guess. He wants a new life with me, and I really don't want to disappoint him. The idea of facing his disapproval is highly unnerving. I need to tell him I plan on exploring my powers, but maybe not now, not today. There's no point in rocking the boat. I'll go and speak to those old crones first. So many damn secrets to keep from people. I rub my neck in flustered habit as Mark's key rattles in the door.